Hey guys, I'm Erin with 5 Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is a hands-free, wrist-free flow. So if you're looking for a class that has a lot of movement and high energy, but no down dogs, no chaturangas, no planks, no side planks, for whatever reason, either you're just burnt out or you've got an injury, this class is perfect for you. This morning I'm filming in beautiful Langosta, Costa Rica. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. Do not forget to click the bell icon for notifications. And if you're interested in joining me on a yoga retreat, check out my website for more details. We're actually going to start today in a seated position. So come into a comfortable seated position, stacking your shoulders over your hips and reaching tall through the crown of your head as you roll your shoulders down away from your ears. Close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths here. As you breathe in, bring the breath all the way down into your belly. Let your belly expand as you inhale. And then as you exhale, draw your belly button back to your spine, engaging your core muscles. 2 more times. It's called deep belly breathing. You can keep your eyes closed or open them as we warm up the spine from this position. So begin by just taking your left ear to your left shoulder. You can reach your right fingertips to the floor if you want. Option also to take your left hand to the top of your head and gently guide your ear toward your shoulder. Switch sides. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Option to reach your left hand to the left. Bring your right hand to the top of your head. And come back to center. Bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand out behind you for a seated spinal twist, looking out over your left shoulder, but keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips. And then walk your hands back through center and switch sides. So bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand out behind, lifting through the crown of your head, twisting deeply as you look over your shoulder. Come back to center. Now place both hands behind your hips, come onto the pads of your fingers, and then just lift your chest, lift your gaze. And then walk your hands forward, switching the cross of your legs on your way. You're just gonna walk your hands forward and release your forehead down. And just stretching the hips and the low back. And come all the way back up and make your way into a kneeling position at the front of your mat. We're just gonna take a gentle camel pose to begin with. So take your hands to your low back, press your hips forward, lift your gaze. And then from your camel pose, just take your hips to your heels and you're gonna simply slide your arms alongside your body, tops of your arms come to mat for embryo pose. Let your head rest heavy on your mat. 1 more breath here. And then come all the way back up through kneeling. Tuck your toes under and come to ragdoll. So you're just going to tuck your toes under, drape your torso onto your thighs, take opposite hand to opposite elbow and start to sway gently side to side, bending and straightening 1 leg at a time as you loosen up your hamstrings. Head is heavy. And take 1 more breath here. Good. And release your hands down toward your mat and roll up slowly to standing. If you're not already at the front of your mat, just step to the front of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch and take a little space between your heels so the sides of your feet are parallel to the sides of your mat. Reach your arms up overhead. You're gonna slide your right arm down your right side and side bend, stretching through your left side. Keep that left shoulder in line with your left hip. Use your core to hold you here. Breathe in through center and switch sides. Left hand slides down your left leg, stretching through your right side. Come back through center. Bring your left arm forward, your right arm back, but keep your hips pointed toward the front. Come back through center, both arms up, and switch sides. Bring your right arm forward, your left arm back. Keep your hips pointed forward. You can look back if you want. I didn't mention that on the other side. And then breathe in, back through center. Breathe out, cactus your arms. Open your chest, draw your elbows down, lift your gaze. Breathe in, back to tall mountain. And breathe out, you're gonna come to balanced airplane chair. So bend your legs, lift your heels, sweep your arms back, hold here. Lifting your heels a little bit higher. Now stay high on your heels. Come all the way back up to tall mountain or palm tree pose. So heels lifted, reach up, and then you're gonna swan dive as you forward fold, releasing your heels, hinging from your hips, coming all the way down. This time we're in standing forward fold. Deeper stretch for your hamstrings, but your head is still relaxed, no tension in your neck. On your next breath in, you're gonna take regular chair, Utkatasana. Keep your heels on the floor, sit low, lift your arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and twist to the right. You're gonna hook your left elbow to your right knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale back to center, exhale, twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to your left knee. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to center. Hold your chair with your hands at your heart center. You're gonna go from this position to balancing on your right foot, airplane with hands at heart center. So start to lift your left leg, extend it back behind you. As you come into airplane, start to straighten both legs and bring your chest parallel to the ground. So you're probably gonna have to lift your chest here. Okay, last breath in. Exhale, step your left foot way back behind you. Keep your heel lifted, and then inhale, come up to crescent lunge. Breathe in here. Exhale, airplane lunge. Sweep your arms back, reach back, hinge forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Connect the palms of your hands above your head. Exhale, warrior two. Look past your front fingertips. And again, breathe in and out. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Reverse warrior, stretch back. Exhale, side angle pose. Right hand to the floor, right elbow to your knee. Reach up with your left arm. Inhale, star. Exhale, prayer squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, standing forward fold, heels behind your toes, hinge from your hips. Come all the way down, reaching your hands toward your heels. Take hold of your heels or your ankles or your calves, wherever you can reach. Draw your elbows off to the side as you draw the crown of your head closer to the floor. Last breath. Walk your hands back to the front of your mat so you're in a low lunge position, and then step your left foot to meet your right. From here, come back to chair pose. So hips stay low, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, stay low in your chair. You're gonna start to hover your right foot up off the floor, knees stay connected, hinging forward. Now as you come into your airplane, you're gonna begin to straighten both legs at the same time. Bring your torso, your chest, so it's parallel to the floor. So one long line from the crown of your head all the way back through your heel. And then step your right foot way back behind you. Keep your heel lifted. Inhale, crescent lunge. Ooh, balance. Breathe in here. Exhale, airplane lunge, hinge forward, reach back. Breathe in, return to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Bring both arms parallel to the ground. You're gazing out across your front fingertips. Same thing on this side. Straighten left leg. Bring the palms of your hands to touch above your head. And then exhale, look out across your front fingertips as you come back to warrior two. Okay, for 2, 1. Come up to star. Bring your hands to your heart, sink low into your hips, and hold it. Sink your hips even deeper. Lift your right heel up off of your mat. Release. Left heel lifts. Release. Lift both heels, hold. Start to pulse your knees back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your heels back down on your mat. 5-pointed star. Now hinging from your hips, arms sweep off to the side, heels come behind your toes. You're gonna pause halfway down. So long, straight spine. Your head is in line with your tailbone. Palms are facing the earth. Hold here. Place your left hand on the floor without twisting your hips. Reach your right arm up. Come back through center, both arms parallel to the earth. Take your right hand toward the floor without moving your hips. Lift your left arm up. Bring your left hand back to the floor. Now walk your hands back to the front of your mat so you're in a low lunge position. So this is no weight in your hands. They're just here for your balance, right? So you should practice this in your regular yoga practice anyway. So you're really using the strength of your body to hold yourself here in low lunge. Step your right foot to meet your left. So you're in chair pose. Lift your arms up. Take another full breath here. Okay, now bring your hands back to your heart. Return to airplane the same way we did before. So just gonna do it a little bit faster. You're gonna stand onto your right foot, extend your left leg out behind you, straighten both legs. Now come into half moon pose. You're opening to the side. So bring your right hand down toward the ground or a block or whatever you can reach. Open your hip to the side, lift your left arm up. Hold this half moon pose for one more breath. So from your half moon pose, you're gonna take a big step into prayer squat. So take it nice and slow with control. Place your foot down on the floor, toes point out, hands come to heart. Breathe into 5-pointed star. Now you're gonna take warrior two facing the back of your mat. So bend into your left leg. Okay, reverse your warrior. Stretch up and back. Bring both hands to your mat. Lower your back knee to the floor and then begin to straighten your left leg for half splits pose. You can flex your left toes back, set your hip to your heel, and then you're gonna come all the way forward into standing splits pose. So take your weight onto your left foot and pop that right leg up off of the floor. Look back toward the back of your mat. Breathe in here, exhale, right knee behind left for one Jiva squat. Extend your right leg up, and then exhale, come all the way down and sit down on your mat. We're gonna start with a twist, left hand behind you, right arm reaches up. Twist, elbow to the outside of your left knee. We've done lots of twists now, so you should feel twisty. Come back to center. For Heron pose, take your hands underneath your left foot, lift your left foot up off of the ground, lower your shoulders away from your ears. So this is a stretch and a core strengthener, and we're gonna make it a little more intense for the core in just a second here. If your leg is bent, that's perfectly fine. From here, bring your right leg to meet your left and release your left foot. Hold in Navasana. Breathe in. Exhale, come down to low boat. Hover for 3, 2, 1. Come back to high boat. Now we're gonna take one roll back. Keep holding your boat as I talk to you. You can use your hands for a little bit of support, and you're gonna come into Malasana or garland pose, which is a wide-legged squat. So go ahead and roll back. You can use your hands to support you as you come forward, and just bring your legs wide, toes point out, knees point out, hands come to heart. Lower your shoulders away from your ears as you reach through the crown of your head. Enjoying this nice deep stretch for your hips and your low back. If at any time, depending on what you're dealing with in your wrists, it's hard for you to keep your hands together. Should have said this at the beginning of class, but just choose a different hand position. Okay, 3 times. Lift and lower, keeping your head in line with your spine and your spine nice and flat. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. And last time, lift and lower. You can use your hands for support as you sit back into your boat pose. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna roll back, and this time you're gonna roll into chair pose. So your feet are gonna be together, and again, if you need to use your hands to kind of press up, but if you can do it without your hands, you can try that. Okay, bring your hands to your heart. Okay, we're gonna be on the same leg, so you're gonna come into airplane pose. So standing onto your right leg, extend your left leg back, come into half moon pose, left arm up, right hand to the floor, come into prayer squat, come into star, come into warrior 2, face the front of your mat, reverse warrior, low lunge. Keep your left leg bent. Step your right foot to meet your left. Bring your arms up for chair. Bring your hands to your heart. And let's do that all on the other side. All right, so starting first, going into airplane a little quicker, but we're standing on our left foot. Bring your right leg to hover, and then begin to straighten both legs. Half moon pose from here. So bring your left hand to the ground or block or whatever you can reach. Start to roll your hips open. Roll your chest to the side. Reach your right arm up. active in your right foot, and hold it. One more breath in. Prayer squat. So big step. Toes come out, hands come to your heart. Sink down. On your next breath in, 5-pointed star. Warrior 2, face the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge, and then place your back knee on the floor. Half splits pose, begin to straighten through your right leg. You can flex your toes back and bring your hip to your heel if you want. Get a nice deep stretch here. And then big movement as we make our way to standing splits. So you're gonna step onto your right foot, lift your left leg up off of the floor, look back to the back of your mat, breathe in, exhale, one squat, left knee behind right, sink low, standing splits, squat down and sit. Okay, let's take that twist. Left arm reaches up. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your left knee. Look back out over your right shoulder. Take a breath here. Heron pose on this side. So take your hands, interlace them underneath your right foot. Lift your foot up off the floor. You can stay like this with your leg bent or begin to straighten it. Lift your chest toward your toes. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Still using your core here, but let's make it a little more intense by lifting your left leg to meet your right, releasing your hands out from underneath your foot. Hold here. And this time we'll do high to low 3 times. So lower down, lift up, lower down, boat, last time, boat. And now we're gonna do that roll back, but right to chair pose, okay? So roll back, come to chair, sit low, arms high, breathe in, hands to your heart. Okay, airplane pose, lifting your right leg behind you. Half moon, left hand to the floor, right arm up. Prayer squat, hands to your heart. 5-pointed star. Warrior 2, face the front of your mat. Reverse warrior. Low lunge. Okay, from low lunge, just place your left shin on the floor and then come all the way down to a seated position. We're gonna lower down onto our backs. Nice and slow. And place your arms alongside your body, palms face down, press into your feet. Lift your hips up for bridge pose. One more breath here in bridge pose. Lower down. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for reclined pigeon pose. Lift your left foot up off the floor. Take hold of your thigh or your shin. And one more breath here. Place your left foot on the floor. Extend your right leg up toward the ceiling or the sky. Option to extend your left leg long on your mat. Hold on to the back of your thigh or walk your hands up to the back of your calf. Okay, if your leg is not yet extended, extend it, and then hug your right knee into your chest, interlace your hands around your shin, and then bring your right knee toward your right shoulder, elbows in, elbows down toward your mat. Bring your right knee across your body to the left. Extend your right arm to either goalpost or tee to the right and look to the right. Come back to center. Place both feet flat to the floor. Your knees are pointing up to the ceiling. And then cross your left ankle over your right knee for reclined pigeon pose. Lift your right foot up off the floor and then hold on to either the back of your thigh or the front of your shin. Place your right foot back on the floor and you're gonna extend your left leg long, foot toward the ceiling, and then hold on to the back of your left thigh. Now again, you can keep your right foot flat to the floor or you can extend your leg long on your mat and you can walk your hands further up the back of your leg, just depending on the flexibility on this side. Just try to keep both shoulders and both hips flat to the floor as you stretch the back of your left leg. Hug your left knee in. If your right leg is not yet extended, go ahead and straighten it flat to the floor. Interlace your hands around your left shin. Bring your knee toward your left shoulder. So out to the left and up. Again, shoulders and hips stay flat to the floor. Guide your left knee across your body to the right. Extend your left arm either to goalpost or tee and look to the left. Back to center. Hug both knees in one last time. And then make your way into Shavasana by extending your legs long. Let your feet fall open, arms rest alongside your body, palms face up. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out through your mouth. And to come back to the rhythm of your breath as you completely release and relax. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart, from my heart to yours. Namaste.